Amber here from Night Owl Collage. Welcome to my channel, and I have got a freebie for you today as well as a tutorial. I have some Wise Owl freebies and a freebie for everyone. So I usually post the freebies for my Wise Owl members on Mondays, but since Monday is Christmas, I'm going to post these a couple days early for you. So I have this sheet of vintage Christmas tickets in 2 different sizes and some small journal cards. And then I also have this freebie with these large journaling cards with these cute little birds on them as a freebie for everyone. So you do not need to be a Wise Owl member for this freebie. So go grab those freebies because we're going to be using them for the tutorial today. So what we're going to make is this cute little accordion folio. We're going to use several of the digitals from the past few weeks of the Wise Owl membership, because I've been putting together a whole kit throughout the last few weeks as a vintage Christmas kit for the Wise Owl members. But I am going to show you how to make this if you don't have those digitals, so that you'll be able to make this no matter what. So let me show you what it looks like. So we've got we're taking these 3 panels, or we're actually going to be taking 6 panels and putting them together into this accordion folio. So we've got a little pocket on the front with these little tickets in front in the pocket, and then on the first page we have a pocket with some journal cards and a little fold out note. And then on this page we have this jute string X here that can just hold different things. You can put a journal card in there. I've made a little notebook here out of the journal cards, and I just slipped that right in there. And then on the back I have just like a little lace pocket, and I put some gold frame stickers in there. I had another one there. There it is. So I just put some stickers in there. And then on this side, there is a pocket here with a few tags, but there's also a notepad here that tucks into the pocket. And then over on this side, we have 2 little pockets with journal cards. This one is folded over because it was a little tall, and it's all held together with the tabs that I made for the Wise Owl membership. So there's these tabs that I made, a whole sheet of tabs, and so that's what I used to put these together. But I am going to show you how to do it without all that. So we're going to make 2. We're going to recreate this one, and we're going to make one that is just using, I'm just using some Christmas scrapbook paper and cardstock that I just had lying around. So you don't need anything special. We're gonna get started on this. So to recreate the one I just showed you, we're going to need, this is a, let me find it. Okay, this is the Wise Owl member freebie that I had put out a while ago, and then I just made this one with the that is for everyone. So we're going to need both sets for these, or you can print off 2 of these and just double it up. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use this as my cover. And then, let me see here, what should I put on the other side? I'm gonna alternate the angel and the bird. So then I put this one on the back with the red dress, okay? And then, so that flips out like that. And then I had, let's see what this one is. Which bird is this? I had the red bird opposite the angel with the blue dress. Okay, so that's gonna be there. So I've got that angel on that side and the red bird on this side. And then the last one is going to be this angel and this bird. Okay, so on this one I did leave, I believe I left one of the tops open. Oh no, I think I glued them shut. But you can leave the tops open. Oh no, I didn't. So if you want to make these into pockets to slip something in there, you can do that as well. But I'm just going to glue these shut. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to glue these together. And I've already inked and cut everything, so it's going to save us a lot of time. And for this one, if you just want to make it no special digitals, you're going to cut your cardstock or paper, whatever you have, to 3 inches by 6 3/4 inches, and you're going to need 6 panels. And unless you want to just use I mean, if you want the pockets, you're definitely going to need 6 panels. But if you have double-sided paper, you can use that as well. But I didn't like the other side, so I'm just going to put those together. So I'm going to glue. This is going to be my front cover. Then that one, I'm just going to do these. So I'm going to alternate them. Okay, so we're going to get those all glued together. So I really wanted to use up I really wanted to use my digitals that I've made to make a cute little project here at the end of the Christmas season. And because I didn't get a chance to make a full journal, been way too busy making the different fun things for my children. I need to start really early on a Christmas journal next year. So I'm just gluing those together. That's all I'm doing. It's gonna make it nice and sturdy. Okay, so that's my cover. And then I'm going to do this one. But by now, if you're a Wise Owl member, you should have access to a full kit, a full vintage Christmas kit that I've made for you through the weeks. I'm still trying to decide what I want to do next. If you have any suggestions on what kind of themes you would like to see for the digitals, just pop them in the comments below. Okay, so there's my next panel. And we're gonna do the last one. But yeah, Christmas is so busy, isn't it? It's just like, it just goes so fast. I can't believe it's almost Christmas already. I'm like, wait, I still have so much to do. We've just started wrapping, so still have a ton of wrapping to do and still some shopping to do. So we always do last minute shopping. Okay. So there's my 3 panels for this one. I'm gonna set those to the side. I'm gonna glue these. Oh, I also wanna round these corners. So I'm just going to use, I think, the 4 side. Yeah. So I'm just going to round these corners with the smallest little corner rounder that I have. My husband sat down and helped me ink all these pieces. He's so nice. Such a good guy. I'm just going to ink those little corners. But I know not everybody has access to digital, so it's good to have measurements and options to do it without the digitals. Let me go ahead and glue this one. Options are always good. I like having options. It's like I want one of everything. Okay, so let's glue that together. That's my front panel. And I cannot wait for Christmas Day because I've really got, I think, gotten some good gifts from my spouse and my children this year that I'm really excited for them to see and to open and to enjoy. And then I'm really excited for, we have a lot of fun New Year's Eve as well. We have lots of traditions for New Year's Eve. We have pizza New Year's Eve, and then we play games, and from 6 o'clock until midnight, and every half hour we play a new game. We pop a balloon to see which game we're gonna play. And it is just a ton of fun. And then the fun doesn't stop there because my husband and I's 20th anniversary, 20 years, can you believe it? 20th anniversary is in the beginning of January. So that is going to be, we have some fun plans for that. So I'm really excited to spend that time with my husband and get started on another 20 years together. I am a lucky woman to have the spouse that I have. Okay, let's see. Last one. I'll try to do this quickly for you. I know you're very busy with the season. So we'll try to get this done as quickly as possible. Okay, so now we have our panels here. So the next thing is to put these panels together I am using these tabs that I had a full sheet of as a digital for my members that I'm going to use for this one. For this one, I'm just using rectangles. That's it, just little rectangles. They are 1 inch by 1.5 inches, and that was all you need to put these together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 3 here, and I'm going to use 3 here. Okay, we're going to place these. I'm going to place these about, let me see, how far apart do I want these? I think I want them about, yeah, about 1/4 inch apart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make myself a jig here, and I'm just going to make it 1/4 inch width here. Okay, so I've just got a 1/4 inch strip of board, like a chipboard here, and I'm just going to use that to space these out. Okay, so I have that how I want it, so I'm going to put something a little heavy on here. Actually, I need my glue, so I want to put that on there. I'll put these on here. And then I'm going to just kind of eyeball where I want to space these out. So this one's going to be in the middle, this one's going to be up here, and this one's going to be down here. So we're just going to put glue on the edges on either side, and don't worry, we're going to cover the other side, so you just don't, you don't have to cover the whole thing. So we're going to, I mean, you can just eyeball it where you want it. Just put it in the center, glue that down. I mean, you can measure it if you want. We'll put that about the same distance. About there. And the last one, we're just gonna place in the middle. Okay, and then I'm going to move this over slightly here, and I'm going to use my little jig here and space this one out. Oh, I put that on the wrong one. I didn't want that on that side. I wanted it on this one, but that's okay. We'll roll with it. So I will put, I think, these then on this one. So I'm going to put this here. Actually, I think I want this one here. Oh, I just moved it. Let me fix that. I need something heavier, I think. Okay. So we're just going to use this as a guide to have it where we want it spaced. I think these little tabs are so fun to just use for different projects in different ways, and I think they're just so pretty. I love the floral elements and the colors. They just seem very elegant to me. Okay, we're gonna put that in the center now. Okay, so I'm going to set that one to the side to dry, and we're going to do this one. I'll do the first panel and then I will speed it the rest up. Okay, set our weights there, and then we're just going to use these little rectangles. Okay. One, two, three. Surprised I even had some Christmas wintry paper and cardstock left. I thought I had used it all, but lucky me, I still had some left. Okay, I'm going to do this next panel real quickly. I'm going to speed that up for you. Okay, so we have this side done. We're going to flip these over and we're going to do the same thing and glue it right over the top. So I'm going to set this one to the side and show you what I mean. So I'm going to use, we're going to set them right over the top here. Okay, just like this. Wait, do I want this one up here and this one down here? Yeah, I think so. And then I'm going to use these on this one. Okay, so we're just going to glue those right on top and cover the whole thing with glue this time. Okay, I'm gonna get, because we want to get that middle section glued. So I'm gonna put this right up top, match it up, line it up, and then I'm gonna take my bone folder and I'm just gonna make sure that I get this middle section glued down really well. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do for the rest of these. And for this panel, these panels, I'm going to glue that right on top again. So I'm just going to go ahead and speed that process up for you. Okay, so now that we have these panels, we are going to fold them. Make sure that's nice and dry. So I'm going to fold these, use my bone folder to help me just a little bit. Match these up, match the panels up, okay? And then once you have them matched up, use your bone folder to crease those tabs. Okay, and then we're going to fold the other one. So this one folds in and this one folds back. So I'm going to match up those panels. Use my bone folder again. I'm going to open this up so I can get a good crease here. Do it on both sides here so you get a really good crease. Okay, so that is the main, what is it? That is the base here of our folio. And what did I say? This was going to be the cover. Okay. I'm just matching up those panels as carefully as I can. I'm going to do on the other side as well. So this one's folding in, and this one's folding back. And that one is matched, and that one, okay. Up. There we go. Okay, so now we have the base of our accordion folios. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we're going to attach this little pocket on the front, and I used tickets for these. So I used the large ticket for the pocket and then used 3 smaller tickets to stick inside the pocket, but I did cut off this side. So I'm just going to cut that off real quick. And ink it. So I'll glue that there. And for this one, I used a piece of cardstock that is 1 1/4 inches by 3 inches. And I'm going to cut that down to match this. Okay, so I'm just gonna, where's my scissors? Match that there. So that's actually should be, let me give you a different measurement for that, because that wasn't the right measurement. So I'm gonna use, to match this, it's going to be 1 1/4 inches by 2 1/4 inches, okay? So we're just going to glue this side on this edge and the bottom to make a little tuck, okay? And I should have rounded that corner. I'll just chop it off with my scissors here. Okay, so that's that little tuck, and I'll make a little around this corner before I glue it. So we're going to glue the side and the bottom attached to the front cover at the bottom right corner. I'm gonna slide those little tickets in there, and I just cut 3 little shapes that are 1 inch by 2 inches to make these tickets, and I'll show you how you can make them into a ticket shape if you would like a ticket shape. So I'm going to use my smallest circle punch here. This is, I don't know, it's probably like 1/2 inch circle, 5/8 of an inch circle. So we're just going to take the corners, let me see if you can see this, and we're going to just slide it in there so we have a little bit of the corner peeking out through there, and we're going to try to keep that size all the way around. So we're going to snap that so we have this little ticket shape here, and we're going to do that on all 4 corners, trying to keep it about the same size so it looks even. So we now have a little ticket shape that you can use here. So we have our little tickets, and I'm going to go ahead and make these into ticket shapes real quick. Okay. Ink our little edges here. And we will decorate this part later. So I already had an image on the front of this one. We'll do embellishing later, but we just want to get this folio made. Okay, so the next page, we are going to create this pocket and this note, call that like a fold out note there. So I used, on this one, this is the bottom of one of the envelopes, one of the scalloped envelopes from the kit, and I'm just going to cut off the edges here. I want to make it, this is 3 inches wide, so I'm just going to cut it down so that this is 3 inches. So if you're doing this, you want to take 5/8 of an inch off each side here. And that will give us the right size we need here for this pocket. We'll ink those edges up. And round the corners. For our little pocket here. glue that right to the bottom of our second panel here. And for this one, I'm just using a piece of cardstock that is 2 1/8 inches by 3 inches. And if you want, you can just use a little notch there. I'm gonna use my 1.5 inch circle punch to make a notch in this pocket. Okay. And ink that up and round the corners. See? We don't need the digitals, do we? We can make an absolutely adorable project without the digitals, even though the digitals are fun and cute. So, all right, the next thing is we're gonna make this little notelet up here. I don't remember how I made it. Okay, so we're going to take this sheet. This is just 2.5 inches by 8.5 inches. So it's just like a standard US letter size, and then just 2.5 inches down the 8.5 inch side. So we're going to make we're gonna do this. What we want to do is we're gonna fold this down about, let's see, this is about 3/4 of an inch. I'm gonna fold back, okay? Because it's gonna be kind of like a little matchbook. And then we're gonna fold it forward the same amount. Okay. So I'm gonna glue this together. Okay. And then I'm just going to put under this tab so it stays down. I'm just gonna put just a thin line of glue along the crease so this flap will stay down. And then we're gonna fold this up. So I'm just taking this and I'm folding, just bringing it up. And we want it to go a little above this so that it will tuck under. Okay, so I'm just gonna crease that along there. So if you want to know the measurement of that, this is about 2 inches is what these sections are. Okay, I'm going to fold that up. I'm going to tuck that under. And then we are going to glue this back piece to the top of the panel, okay? So I'm just going to crease this really, really well first. And then I'm just going to add glue to this, probably like the top 1/2 inch here, 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch. And I'm just going to place it right at the top. Okay. Same thing with this one. Find where I did this. Okay, so 2.5 inches by 8 inches. I'm going to fold back about 3/4 of an inch. A little bit more. Okay. Bring it forward again. and glue this closed. Then a line of glue in the crease. Super simple. Okay, fold this up. Crease this really well so it doesn't pop up. Slide that under there and glue the top. This is looking really cute. Okay, put that in there. And then in our pocket, we're going to put, this is one of the freebies that's coming out today with these little journal cards. I'm gonna tuck those right in there. And the size of those are 2 inches by 3 inches, okay? So I just cut those rectangles and stick them right in that pocket. Okay, for this is gonna be our closure as well. So what you're gonna need is you're gonna need some jute string that is about 48 inches, okay? So watch carefully how we're gonna do this. And this is why you need more of a sturdy tab here rather than like lace or ribbon. So we're gonna put it underneath this, between the second and third panel here. Make sure it's even, okay? Make sure that's nice and even. Okay, then we're gonna close that up so it's in between there. Okay, so you have these ends coming off this side. I'm gonna close it up. Actually, not, we're gonna close it. Okay, so then we're gonna take this and we're gonna cross it over and put it under this tab. Okay, I'll put that off to the side. We're gonna take this one, we're gonna cross it up on this side. Okay. Make sure those are nice and taut. I'm gonna close that up. Okay. Now we're gonna come around. We're gonna bring this down, and we're gonna go through this tab. Okay. So we can just open this up a bit. I'm gonna come through here and weave it under. Okay. Make sure you're pulling these nice and tight when you got them in. And then this one, we're gonna weave in through the middle, under this middle tab, and then out up here. Okay, so we'll pull these together, make sure it's nice and taut. We don't want any looseness in there. And then we're going to tie a square knot over this tab. So right over left. Okay. And then left over right. So now that you have these ends here, this is all, you've got your X in here, and you've got this to use as a closure. Okay, so now you can tie this closed. You can probably use a little less than 48 inches. I have some extra here, but I just wanted to give you a good amount there. The exact same thing I'll show you again on this one. Okay, so we're gonna open up our 3 panels here. We're going to put this underneath the tabs of the second and third panel and make sure our ends are even. Okay. And we're going to close that up. Okay. And we're going to take this top one, we're going to cross it down to the opposite side and underneath. Take the bottom one, cross it up to the opposite side over the top. And we're going to close that and bring it around. Okay. And then we're going to take these and weave them under the middle tab. So we're going to go through, open this up a little bit, through the hole, underneath the tab, and then back out. Same thing with this one. We're going to go through this hole, open that up, underneath that middle tab, and back out. Okay, and then we're going to pull these nice and tight. You can see this one's loose here. Okay, and then we're going to tie a square knot over that tab. Right over left and left over right. And then we have our closure and our cool little tuck spot for our third panel here, or our third page on our second panel, however you want to say it. Okay, so now we're going to make this little mini notebook to go inside. So how I made this one was super simple. Okay, so the journal cards, the digital page I made with these journal cards, they come in a sheet like this of 4. So what I did was I just cut out 2 of the journal cards like this, and I left that white space in the middle, okay? That's what we want to do. So we're just going to cut out the 2 of those journal cards. If you are just using a sheet of cardstock or scrapbook paper, you're going to want a sheet that is 4 inches by 6 3/8 inches, okay? And you're going to score your sheet 2 3/4 inch from each side, okay? So I'm going to use my scoreboard, and I'm going to come in at 2 3/4 and score that. I should be scoring on the other side, I think. And then on this side, 2 3/4. So that we have this middle section here. So what we're gonna do is, did I have my sheet? Yeah, I have my sheet. Okay, so again, this came like this on the sheet. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold this directly in half. Okay. Same thing on this one. We're going to fold it in half. We're not paying attention to those score lines just yet. We're just folding it in half. And then we're going to go the opposite way here. And now we're gonna fold on those score lines, okay, back to the front, okay? So we had it like this, and we're folding it back this way. Same thing on the other side, and we'll fold it back this way. Okay, so now we have this little notebook. I'm gonna do this, I'm just gonna fold this on the printed line here. so now we have this. I'm gonna fold that this way and then fold it back here and here. So now we have this little tab right here in the center, which is where we're going to put our papers. So I cut these papers 2 3/8 by 3 1/4. It's just tea-dyed paper. It's a good way to put in just single sheets here if you have scraps. So we're going to tuck this right under this tab. Okay, just like that. And then we're going to sew or staple this right in here, okay? I think I'm going to go ahead and sew it because I like the way that looks. I'm just going to hold it with a paper clip. While I get the other one together. Same thing. I got like 5 sheets here. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to slip it under that tab, and then we're going to sew that. Okay, I'm going to go sew these together real quick and be right back. Okay, I just stitched these together with a zigzag stitch here on the inside. So we have these cute little notebooks that you can decorate. So I'm just going to tuck this right under this X here. And we have our little notebook there. And tuck this one under this X. All right, moving right along. Okay, so now I'm gonna come to the back. So the back, I left pretty much that you can do anything you want on the back. So I just did a little lace pocket. So I'm not gonna put anything on the back here for now, but we're gonna open this up here to this panel. Okay. So this one we are gonna put in a notepad and a tuck spot. So for the notepad, we are gonna use 3 strips of that same size, 2.5 inches by 8.5 inches. So I just used a full sheet of paper for all 4 of these strips. So what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna take these together, and I kind of want it, kind of measure it where I want it to fall. So this one, it was pretty close to the bottom here. So it was about here. And then I'm gonna fold it over the other side, okay? Just to get that crease. Okay, I'm gonna crease that. Okay, so now that we have that, and that was, I folded back, just so you know, I folded it back about 2 inches, okay? Now, I'm gonna see how I did this one. So then, I'm gonna fold this in. Okay, so we had this. And I'm actually gonna cut this, I'm gonna keep one of them that same size, but I'm gonna cut this extra off so we don't have too much bulk. I'm gonna take these and I'm gonna cut on that crease that we made. Okay. I'm gonna put that right back there. Fold it over, and then I'm going to take this piece and fold it in to the crease. And we're gonna fold it back over here. And what I'm gonna do is, yes, I stitched that, okay. I might wanna do, I think I'm gonna do it again because I don't want it that far down. So I'm gonna fold this one more time in, okay? Fold that one more time in, so we've got this, okay? So you can see clearly here. So here was our extra piece. I'm gonna fold this in to the crease, and then I'm gonna fold it in one more time, and then we're gonna take this, I'm gonna put over this, make sure this is nice and even. And then I'm gonna make sure that's really tucked in there nice and tight. Move that over just a bit. Okay, make sure it's really tucked in there, and then I'm going to, you can staple it. I'm going to, I think I will staple it just to save some time, because I'm going to cover it so you won't see the staples. So I'm just going to staple this on here. So that's our little notepad for this one. And I'm going to do that on this one. Okay. So that's, I mean, that looks pretty on the back, I think, if I hadn't stapled if I hadn't stapled it, but I think that does look pretty. But I might just put like a gold ribbon over that or something. So the next thing we're gonna do is add this little pocket here. And we're going to use, for the one with the digitals, I just used 4 of these tags. And I used this one for the pocket, and I cut off that top piece and around that corner. And I'm gonna round this corner down here too. So I'm gonna round the bottom left and the top right corners. And then I'm going to glue down this side and the bottom. Okay. Now make sure that you lift this up because you don't want to glue your papers down. I'm going to let that dry before I tuck the papers in. And then I'm going to tuck my 3 tags in on the top. I'll do the same thing here. What you will need are 4 pieces that are, these are all the same size. 1 3/4 by 3 5/8. So one, you're just going to keep a rectangle and glue that down. Actually, let me round the corners on those edges, top right and bottom left. Okay. And we're going to glue that down. Right there. And 3 other rectangles, all I did was to take a tag and lined it up and cut off those corners there to make a tag shape. Okay, so they were the same size as this rectangle here. So I'm going to tuck my papers in now. And then I'm going to tuck my tags in. Cute little tags. And do the same on this one. We're almost done, guys. Okay. And I would tuck my tags in here. move on to the last panel. Which is this one. Okay, so we're going to use those tickets again, those large tickets, to make pockets. Okay, so I have my 2 large tickets here to place here. One I'm gonna put near the bottom, and this one I put right between these 2 tabs, but it ended up being too high for this tag, so I folded it. So I'm actually gonna place it lower. I'm probably gonna place it here on this one. Just let me see where this is going to fit. So if I place it here, okay, so I think I'm gonna place it like halfway between this middle tab. So I'm going to take these 2 tickets and a little bit of glue on the sides and bottom. One is going to be placed down here at the bottom of the panel, or near the bottom, and the other one is going to be placed in the middle of the middle tab. Okay. I am covering up this angel face, but it's gonna be okay. So I'll be all right. I think that's why I didn't want to put this one down lower, because it covered her up. It's all right. And then for this one, those, again, those rectangles are 1 1/4 by 2 1/2, and we're gonna make them into ticket shapes again by using our circle punch. And we'll just glue these down. Oh, there goes my inker. Okay, one near the bottom. And one in the middle. All right, so the last thing is to add our little journal cards. These were from today's digital. I put Santa in there and these 2 little girls. And then the size of those are again 2 inches by 3 inches. So I'm just gonna stick these in here. Okay, it goes this way. And then we can close these up with our string. And I'm going to embellish this one off camera because I don't want to take up too much of your time. You're very busy right now, I know. And I will cut off, actually, maybe I'll just wrap that again around there, just because I have extra. Have a little extra. I'll just tie these closed. It's cute little accordion folio. Okay, so we have 2 really cute accordion folios. One made with the Wise Owl member Freebies, and the other just made from cardstock and paper that I had just laying around. So I will embellish these off camera, and I will be back in a moment to show you the finished project. Okay, my lovelies, I have just embellished it a little bit, and I really didn't use anything fancy. I just used some stickers that I had and some scrap stuff lying around on my desk. So I really didn't do anything fancy with these. So I just added this little cardinal and some border or label stickers that I had here. I added some Christmas stickers here. I added this is a sticker as well. This is just a piece of leftover cardstock to make more of a cover for this notebook. I added a scrap from that paper that we cut off as a pocket on the back, and some holly border sticker. And then I just put a few scrap pieces of tea-dyed paper in the pocket. The sticker isn't staying down too well, I need to glue it down. And then on this side, I just added some sticker borders again, some bling. These are also sticker embellishments here that I added, and some star stickers. That's really all that I added to embellish this one. So you can see you don't really need that much you don't need all the fancy stuff. You can make something really cute with just some basic supplies. So we have that one, and then I just added a little Merry Christmas sticker and like a little border here, die cut. Added a couple little stickers here and here, some bling on the notebook. I added a little tuck spot with a die cut here and a journal card. Probably add maybe some lace or something up there later on. I forgot about that little part. And then I just added another sticker here and some bling sticker embellishments there, and that's really all I did to jazz it up a little bit. So really you don't need to have all the fancy stuff to embellish, and I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. I just want to mention, if you do really like these digitals and you're interested in becoming a Wise Owl member on my Ko-fi site, it's only $3 a month and you get digitals every week, plus a 10% discount in my shop on any shop items. So I'll just leave that information in the link to join down in the description box below if you'd like to take a look at that. I'd love to have you join me. So I hope you have a great holiday, guys. Have a very Merry Christmas, and I will see you again soon. Have a great day, guys. Bye.